Hi, my name is Brad Moore, and my profession is that I am I'm sort of a theater renaissance man. I don't know. My profession is that I am an actor, director, designer, technician. I'm just involved in the theater in many, many ways. I guess primarily I would consider myself a director. And my position at CMC is that I am the theater operations manager, and then I'm also an adjunct instructor. Basically, that means that I need to keep all the wheels rolling for the Sopers Theater Company. When I was about 10, I started with my mother and my sister and a couple of neighborhood friends. We started making puppets out of felt and fabric and stuff like that. So I rented a small a room at this old stagecoach stop in Evergreen, Colorado, and we used to do Saturday morning puppet shows. It was called the Stewart Inn Puppets. We used to, stay up late the night before and make popcorn and Kool-Aid and things like that, and then we would make these puppets all during the week, and then we'd do these puppet shows on weekends. So that was really sort of my first really foray into theater, I suppose. First thing that I really understood to be theater was the Aspen Theater Institute, which was a group of people from Northwestern University who came to Aspen to start a summer theater program for young people. And my mom was a graphic artist, so she designed the brochure for them. And as a part of her fee, they gave her tuition for my sister and I to attend the program. And so when my mom came home to announce that, I was furious. I was 13 years old. I will not do theater. Get up in front of people and no, won't do it. And so I went the first day dragging my feet and kicking and screaming, and came back. And after the first day, I was hooked and have been involved with theater ever since. I was asked probably 35 years ago to speak to a bunch of high school students at a career day. I had done a couple of those, and I was prepared to walk in and say, well, of the union performers that are in New York at any given time, 95% of them are not working right now. So only 5% have made have worked in the last year. Of that 5%, only 5% of them have really earned their living in the theater. And I was prepared to do that whole thing. It's a tough business, and you're always looking for a job, and da, 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 da. And I was talking to my mom, and I said, I don't want to do that. I want to talk to these students sort of honestly and from the heart. What is it that I want to try and say to these students? She said something that was very interesting to me, and she said, if you have been given the gift of being an artist, you owe it to society. You owe it to humanity to share that gift. And my mother, the artist, was amazingly wise. And I thought about that for a minute, and I thought, wow, yeah. And I went in and I talked to those students that day, and I said pretty much exactly that. I said, you don't really have a choice. If you have that gift, that is yours to give to us as a culture, yours to participate in a society. We all have strengths in some place or another, and we have to keep our societies alive. That's what we do. We share those gifts with civilization, with society. It's not an easy life. It's one of those professions where you either make a fortune and you're known throughout the world, or you spend most of your life trying to figure out how to get from one month to the next with your checkbook. But it is so fulfilling. The rewards that come from being involved with the theater are so huge. I couldn't do anything else. I mean, I've tried a couple of times to have a desk job. I can't do it. It's not who I am, and it's not fulfilling. And the theater, it's kind of like one of those funny bumper stickers where it says, a bad day fishing is better than a good day working, or something like that. A life in the theater, whether it's as huge as you dream it might be, is so much more rewarding than a life without.